let me start this off by saying that I have 101-degree fever. So this might be a little loopy, but that's okay because this is a topic that can get a little loopy, and it is what will eventually make me quit Etsy. And let me tell you, we're getting closer to that every day. Everything that happens with their nonsense, it's the nonsense. Okay, now I will say I don't have plans to quit Etsy, although yesterday I said to my husband, I am really seriously thinking about this, and he wasn't against it, but the the thing that will make me quit Etsy, and let me know if you agree with this in the comments, is not fee increases. It's not making a tiered pricing system, which is what we're expecting to happen any day now. We don't know when that's going to happen, but they've been hinting around about it for months. That's not going to make me quit Etsy. What will make me quit Etsy is all the nonsense and all of them reaching their tentacles. Etsy telling us basically how to run our own businesses. Now, I have always objected to this, and yeah, this is a rant video, so I don't know if you don't like that, then move on. But I'm sure there's something you can go watch. The Dodo has some really good videos. Go watch that. Okay, I enjoy the Dodo channel. But yeah, so it's not it's not the fee increases. It's not extra fees because that's a financial thing. That's just a business decision. You if they increase the fees, you sit down and you look at the numbers. Does it make sense? Then you keep selling on that platform, regardless of the platform. What would make me quit selling on Etsy is the nonsense and them telling us how to run our businesses and making it more difficult to run our businesses in order to squeeze more money out of us indirectly. And the latest thing is they just on Thursday announced that today, I mean, this is like 4 days, right? So big 4-day notice that they are not going to be integrating with any outside shippers except for Shippo and ShipStation, if I remember correctly. And I switched from Shippo to Pirate Ship because Shippo started charging a fee if you print more than 30 labels a month or whatever the number is. Pirate Ship does not charge a fee. And I don't use Etsy labels because they take the money for it out of your money that they then pay you. So you can't use a credit card to pay the cost of the labels. I can do that on Pirate Ship, and I get points back on my credit card. So it's kind of an additional discount on postage for me, and it does add up. Now, I was talking at one point to a financial analyst from a large investment bank, and we were talking about Etsy. And he said, what would make you like, how high could they raise the fees? This is what they always want to know. How high could Etsy raise their fees and still have sellers stay on Etsy to sell? And I told him it's not the fees, it's the nonsense. It's the constant stupid changes. It's taking listings down and saying that they're not handmade because your little AI bot that no one is monitoring found it somewhere else. And so you assume that we're guilty when we're not. Our photos are stolen. You can't figure that out. Don't take the listings down if you can't figure it out. This is not our problem. All right. Etsy makes it our problem. Don't limit the number of shipping companies that we can use because Etsy is now making that our problem. Don't tell us that we have to charge a certain amount for postage in order to be on the first page of search. And now Etsy is interfering with our pricing. All right, so it's this kind of stuff where they're reaching into our shops and just being, just annoying and very big brother, very paternalistic. We know better than you. Well, you know what, Etsy? If you knew better than us, you wouldn't be reaching into the sellers to get more fees from shipping because you clearly have a deal going somehow with Shippo and ShipStation. And those are probably the reason. That's the reason why you're doing this, right? I don't know. And you guys have to decide for yourselves if that's fine with you. I'm going to continue to use Pirate Ship. Okay, I don't care about copying. I'll copy and paste the addresses in. That's fine. I'll copy and paste the tracking number in. That's fine. I don't mind. Pirate Ship has excellent customer service. Pirate Ship's shipping rates apparently for international are a little lower than Etsy's. I don't ship internationally, but I have seen people say that that's one of the reasons they use it. And like I said, I can use a credit card and get the points back. Pirate Ship also is very helpful when it comes to tracking down packages or, dealing with the postal, they charge you extra. They say, oh, this you didn't pay the right postage. Pirate ship makes it very easy to contest that. Etsy does not. Etsy's customer service is non-existent, even though they say that, oh, we have phones 24 hours a day. I was like, really? No, you don't. Um, the whole it's just the constant pick, and trying to squeeze blood out of the stone being sellers. Okay. This is how. Now I don't want to just be complaining. All right. I'm going to give Etsy some suggestions. Here's my suggestions of how Etsy could improve the situation, because let's be productive. Let's be positive here, right? First, you could actually put customer service agents on so that when people have a problem and they can't log into their account because Etsy has locked them out or for whatever reason, they can actually contact a human being who can help them. That doesn't happen these days. Okay, it doesn't happen. The next thing you could do is fix the search engine so that when someone types something in, that's what actually comes up. And the part of the search engine getting so out of whack, I don't know what is going on. And it has been going on for quite some time. Well, I do know what's going on. Etsy and all the tech bros love AI, and they love semantic search, and they love saying that they know better than the customer, so that when a customer comes and types in shirts, then Etsy's like, well, you want to wear a shirt, you might want pants with that. And so they show you pants instead. If I come to a search engine and I type something and that's what I want to see, don't get fancy. You don't need AI. You don't need semantic search. You just need to show people what they type into the search engine, and then maybe they'll buy more stuff. Okay. The third thing you could do is actually make a meaningful change to the number of, scam listings, Temu listings, and don't just set a bot loose and let them take listings down, because you can have that statistic. We took down 90% more listings this month for violating our handmade policies or whatever you're going to do. But you don't mention that 89.999% of those were taken down incorrectly. Make that a more human process. You're the ones who always say you want to keep commerce human. Well, show us how, because I'm not seeing it. All right. And yeah, I do have a fever. Okay, so what? But those are the things that it's just, this is going to make me quit Etsy. And when the investment banker asked me how much can Etsy raise fees before people will leave the platform, I said, it's not the fees. We can absorb fees. We know how to run our businesses, but Etsy doesn't think that we do. And so they think that they need to come in and are just constantly be messing around with stuff. It's insane. That's what's going to get me to quit Etsy. And let me tell you, it's coming closer every day. So tell me what you think about this in the comments. I'm just like, the other thing about the pirate ship thing, which really bothers me, is that they didn't tell pirate ship. They kind of put, I think it was just an announcement on the dashboard about, oh, on Monday in 4 days, you won't be able to use these other platforms anymore. If they're integrated now, that's fine. But if it ever kind of becomes unadjust, like if it's unseparated, I can't think of the word. Oh my God, I do have a fever. If it ever separates, then you won't be able to integrate it again. You won't be able to connect to Etsy again. I think they'll probably just come and cut that connection, right? So then we won't be able to integrate it. But they didn't bother to tell Pirate Ship, because somebody contacted Pirate Ship directly and said, what's going on? And they're like, we haven't heard anything about this. And then about 3 hours later, we got an email from Pirate Ship saying, we're as surprised as you. We don't know what's going on, and Etsy will not respond to us. I hope by now that they have, because this was on Friday. But it's just the complete disregard. It's the complete disregard for professionalism and for customer service, and just making our jobs harder. You make our jobs harder by forcing all the sales, by forcing gift mode, by changing. It's ridiculous. And it's to the point now where I'm going to lose my mind, and it's not going to be worth selling on Etsy anymore. And I will say that my sales on Etsy have increased this year over year. So it's not that I'm not making money. I'm making money on Etsy. But guess what? Whenever I put my Etsy shop on vacation mode, my customers trot on over to my website and shop there. I have other places I can sell. All right. So we'll see. But I tell you, let me know how you feel about this, because the pirate ship thing was just, it just shows a complete lack of respect and professionalism for other companies and for us as sellers. All right. Leave me any comments and I'll talk to you guys later.